Indian Council Act 1909, popularly known as the Morley-Minto reform. Because the reform were introduced by Secretary of State for India John Morley and Viceroy of India Lord Minto. Let's begin with the background. After the partition of Bengal in 1905, the Swadeshi movement gained momentum, and the All India Muslim League was formed in 1906 and demanded for separate representation. At the same time, India demanded greater participation in the administration. So in response, the British Parliament passed the Indian Council Act 1909. Let's look at its key feature. So the first point is enlargement of Legislative Council. Both central and provisional Legislative Council were enlarged. More non-official, unofficial members were included. And the next point is separate electorate that were introduced for Muslim for the first time. It means that the member of a particular community were elected only by the voter of that community. And the next point is power of council. Member could ask supplementary question. They could discuss the budget. They could move resolution on matter of public interest, but they could not vote on the budget or remove the executive. And the next point is introduction of election. Election were introduced for the first time, but on a very limited scale. Most members were still nominated by the government. And the next point is Executive Council. Satendra Prasad Sinha became the first Indian member of the Viceroy Executive Council in 1909. And the last point is Provincial Legislative Council. So Legislative Council were enlarged in the following provinces: Madras, Bombay, Bengal, United Provinces, Punjab, Burma, Assam. Both official and non-official members were increased. Let's look at the structure of Legislative Council. In Central Legislative Council, the strength was increased from 16 to 60 members. It consisted of official and non-official members. And in Provincial Legislative Council, it included official and non-official members. And non-official can be the majority. Let's look at this side. The exact number of elected and nominated members varied from provinces to provinces. And elections were indirect and based on very limited branches. And the next point is separate electorate for Muslim were based on communal representation. Let's look at the limitation of power of council. So council could not vote on the budget. They could not pass any resolution against the government. They had no power to remove the executive. Real power of administration remained with the executive British official. Let's talk about the significance. So the first point is first official recognition of the electoral principle in India, and it increased Indian participation in Legislative Council. It introduced separate electorate, that is communal representation, and this act laid the foundation for the constitutional development that followed. And it helped in the gradual growth of political consciousness among Indians. Let's look at the conclusion. So the first point is the Indian Council Act 1909 was a limited constitutional reform. It aimed to increase Indian participation in administration but retained British control. And the last point is the introduction of separate electorate was a major step which had a long-lasting impact on Indian politics because British applied divide and rule policy.